think it's just going to get weirder and weirder and weirder, and finally it's going to be so weird that people are going to have to talk about how weird it is. I look for the invention of artificial life, the cloning of human beings, possible contact with extraterrestrials, possible human immortality, and at the same time, appalling acts of brutality, genocide, race baiting, homophobia, famine, starvation. The mushroom said to me once, it said, "This is what it's like when a species prepares to depart for the stars. You don't depart for the stars under calm and orderly conditions. It's a fire in a madhouse." And that's what we have, the fire in the madhouse at the end of time. This is what it's like when a species prepares to move on to the next dimension.
In 1998, a philosopher named Terence McKenna made a wild prediction about humanity's future. Most people laughed it off. Fast forward to today, AI is booming. We're pushing into space, and our understanding of consciousness is expanding rapidly. Suddenly, McKenna's ideas don't seem so crazy. Here's how this psychedelic thinker's predictions connect to everything from Silicon Valley to Mars colonization, and why it matters now more than ever. McKenna observed that we're living in an era of extreme contradictions. On the one hand, we're witnessing incredible technological achievements, while on the other, we're grappling with severe humanitarian crises. We're making groundbreaking scientific discoveries, yet we're also seeing a resurgence in anti-scientific thinking. This mix of progress and regression creates a mental tension that affects how we view and interact with the world around us. To understand this better, we can think about it in a few different ways. One idea is that change is happening so fast that we're struggling to keep up. Our technology and society are evolving quicker than our ability to adapt, creating a gap between what's possible and what we're prepared for. Another way to look at it is through the lens of complexity. Our world is becoming more interconnected, with economic, social, and technological systems all influencing each other in intricate ways. This interconnectedness leads to unexpected outcomes and apparent contradictions that can be hard to make sense of. McKenna takes this a step further. He suggests that this state of contradiction isn't just a side effect of rapid change, but rather a necessary step towards a fundamental shift in human existence. It's as if humanity is going through a turbulent adolescence before reaching a new stage of maturity. This perspective invites us to see our current challenges not just as problems to solve, but as growing pains on the path to a new phase of human evolution. When McKenna talked about the world getting weirder, he was referring to an increase in events and phenomena that challenge our existing understanding of how the world works. To grasp this concept, we can think about how often we're encountering things that completely upend our expectations or previous knowledge. Take a minute to consider how frequently we're seeing major disruptions to established norms and systems. Industries that have operated in the same way for decades are being transformed almost overnight by new technologies. Events that experts once thought highly improbable are happening with increasing regularity. We're also witnessing the emergence of entirely new categories of human experience, like virtual reality or artificial intelligence, that don't fit neatly into our previous understanding of the world. McKenna anticipated developments like artificial life, human cloning, and even potential contact with extraterrestrial life. Yet he also foresaw that these advancements would occur alongside ongoing human conflicts and challenges. This vision suggests a future where technological progress races ahead, but doesn't necessarily solve our long-standing human issues. Instead, it adds new layers of complexity to our existence. This acceleration of weirdness isn't just about isolated strange occurrences. It's about a fundamental shift in the fabric of our reality. The things that once seemed like science fiction are rapidly becoming science fact, and this transition is happening so quickly that it often feels overwhelming or disorienting. McKenna's perspective encourages us to see this increasing strangeness not as a sign that things are falling apart, but as an indication that we're on the brink of a major leap in human development. McKenna observed that many traditional structures and institutions are breaking down. This isn't just about specific organizations failing. It's about entire systems struggling to adapt to our changing world. To better understand this, we can look at how established institutions are having trouble keeping up with new circumstances, how the spread of information is changing power dynamics, and how our innate human tendencies are interacting with rapidly changing social and technological landscapes. For example, think about how traditional media has been challenged by social networks, or how digital platforms have disrupted long-established industries. Even international institutions designed to handle global challenges are straining under the weight of issues like climate change. These aren't isolated incidents, but part of a larger pattern of systemic change. However, McKenna didn't see this breakdown as a collapse. Instead, he viewed it as a transformation. Just like a caterpillar in a chrysalis, what looks like decay is actually metamorphosis. In this view, the structures and systems that are struggling are those that are no longer suitable for the next phase of human development. They're breaking down to make way for something new. This perspective invites us to look at current challenges differently. Rather than trying to prop up failing systems, we might need to focus on imagining and creating new structures that are better suited to our evolving needs. It's a call to be bold in our thinking and not be too attached to the way things have always been done. One of McKenna's most provocative ideas was that our current state of chaos might be a preparation for humanity becoming a spacefaring species. This notion connects interestingly with current discussions about space colonization, led by figures like Elon Musk and organizations like NASA and SpaceX. When we think about becoming a multiplanetary species, it's not just about the technical challenges. It's about how this possibility changes the way we think about ourselves and our place in the universe. How might the prospect of living on other planets affect our collective psychology? How could the narrative of becoming a cosmic species influence the development of human culture? These are the kinds of questions that McKenna's ideas prompt us to consider. McKenna described our current state as a fire in a madhouse that precedes departure for the stars. This vivid metaphor suggests that the upheaval we're experiencing might be a necessary phase before a monumental transition. It invites us to reconsider global challenges not just as problems to solve, but as a form of preparation for a cosmic journey. This perspective doesn't diminish the real suffering and problems in our world. Instead, it offers a framework for understanding them as a part of a larger process of growth and transformation. It challenges us to think beyond immediate crises and consider our place in a broader cosmic context. Interestingly, we can draw a parallel between McKenna's ideas and the ambitions of modern visionaries like Elon Musk. Musk's goal of expanding human presence to Mars can be seen as a response to the kind of planetary chaos that McKenna spoke about. Just as McKenna suggested that species prepare for the next dimension when their current planet is in chaos, Musk's Mars colonization plans can be interpreted as humanity preparing for a new phase of existence beyond Earth. This expansion to Mars represents not just a physical journey, but potentially a leap in human consciousness and civilization. The challenges of living on Mars would require us to develop new technologies, adapt our biology, and fundamentally rethink our relationship with our environment. In many ways, this aligns with McKenna's vision of humanity evolving and expanding its consciousness to meet the challenges of a new era. While McKenna and Musk might seem like an unlikely pairing, their visions converge on several key points. The recognition that humanity faces existential challenges on Earth, the belief that expanding beyond our current limitations, whether consciousness or planetary, is crucial for our species' survival and evolution. The idea that technology will play a pivotal role in this expansion. The concept that humanity is on the cusp of a transformative period that will fundamentally change our reality. This convergence of ideas from different thinkers across time underscores the significance of the challenges and opportunities that we face as a species. As we've explored the mind-bending predictions of Terence McKenna and their surprising relevance to our world today, we're left with more questions than answers. But isn't that the essence of human progress? To constantly push the boundaries of what we think is possible. But we want to hear from you. How do McKenna's ideas resonate with your vision of the future? Do you see parallels between his predictions and the current technological trends? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. If you found this journey through time, consciousness, and cosmic evolution as fascinating as we did, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This way, you'll be the first to know when we release new content exploring the cutting edge of human science and technology.